Robert Venditti begins a new era for Hal Jordan in Green Lantern number 21. The issue opens at a time described as soon. The core on Oa is under attack and things are looking dire. Hal and his fellow Lanterns are pinned down and their rings are running low on energy. The group decides their best chance for survival is to grab their personal lanterns and make a break for the central power battery. When they reach their destination, they are demoralized as they realize the central power battery is dead. Back in the present, Hal drops in on Carol on Earth. She expresses disappointment with their relationship. Carol says that she is frustrated that their lives as ring bearers always supersede their personal relationship. Thus, she decides things might be better if they have some time apart. Hal then returns to Oa, where the surviving Guardians meet with Hal and tell him he is now the leader of the Corps. Kyle, who is also present, seems skeptical and points out that Hal has been responsible for quite a few major incidents, like Parallax. Even Hal thinks leadership should be their job, but the new Guardians decide they have been sealed away for too long and must relearn about the universe before they can lead. As the new leader, Hal's first action is to send out rings looking for new recruits to rebuild the Corps. This goes against the advice of Kilowog. Before they can argue further, Oa comes under attack by LaFreeze. He points out that Oa and the Corps are weak and now is the time for him to loot it. While the Corps struggles to repel the attack, Hal is shocked when some very raw recruits arrive in the middle of a deadly battlefield.
So already, the new creative team is introducing brand new characters and these new recruits. They look pretty damn young, though.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure they're all going to survive to be, long-lasting Corps members.
We do know that they at least survive past maybe LaFreeze's attack, because in the very beginning of the issue, you see into the future, and they're still around then.
Although, in that situation, things are also looking dire.
They are.
The central power battery is dead, which does not bode well.
I'm really curious to see the transition from LaFreeze's attack till then, because we're going to really get to see Hal as the leader, as a mentor maybe to these young kids.
Well, that's I think a general theme is that, is Hal even ready to be a leader? When the Guardians who were guarding the First Lantern are giving him his new directive to be the leader of the Corps, even Kyle isn't so sure he should be it. He points out, you ever heard of Parallax? On top of that, Hal isn't necessarily the most liked member of the Green Lantern Corps. People seem to hate the Earth Lanterns in general.
Though, after the events of Green Lantern 20, they rightfully can say that he is respected.
That's true. I mean, he definitely has ended quite a few conflicts. Everybody knows he's pretty fucking awesome. But at the same time, he does cause a lot of problems.
And in this issue, he's the one that just maybe unwisely sends all the rings out that allow these new recruits to appear.
Yeah, that's also shows maybe he's not ready to be leader, because Kilowog points out we don't have the infrastructure to support and train these new lanterns. We have to rebuild Oa first. And then Hal's whatever, bro. And smashes it open.
And I think the issue at heart here is Hal's maturity. I think that is the main reason Carol kind of breaks up with him. She's just tired of giving him so many chances, because she agrees that he does his Green Lantern thing really well, but he doesn't do life necessarily very well. And I think the upcoming story arc with the recruits is going to maybe give him a chance to mature a little bit, possibly as a teacher, and then mature himself.
I don't know if it'll necessarily be a catalyst for him to mature, but maybe as a test to his maturity that he'll either pass or fail, not necessarily grow from.
He's got to remain the same brash, arrogant guy that doesn't really...
That's what we need him to go back on the Justice League so he could just be a douchebag Batman and then restore balance.
Yeah, return to his roots. I love how LaFreeze just knows exactly when the Green Lanterns are weak, and so he attacks right then, and he's just such a manipulative bastard.
Yeah, and all his creations coming in, which are all also sentient. It'll be pretty cool to see them fight a weakened Green Lantern Corps. And I'm sure he's not the only one who's looking to take down the Green Lanterns. But potential ways they could be saved from LaFreeze, I see, would be perhaps Saint Walker bringing in the Blue Lantern Corps and supercharging them all, and then they, just roll over LaFreeze. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Perhaps the coolest part of the issue was actually the very last page, which was a glimpse at what's to come with this new creative team.
Yeah, the main villain featured we also see as part of the near future the beginning of the issue starts with.
The upcoming months definitely do seem to be packed because we've already heard from the creator that all what we see is going to have occurred by October. So there's a lot here.
And DC just announced that September is going to be Villains Month, where they'll feature villains in all their titles. So I think it could all tie in to make another cool Green Lantern story. And I'm glad the new creative team has an opportunity to build on what Geoff Johns has done.
As a grade for Green Lantern number 21, what would you give it?
I'm going to give it a 3.5. I was really glad that Venditti had the opportunity to incorporate Geoff Johns' ending while still providing like a new take on Hal.
I'd give this a 3.5 as well. I really like LaFreeze as the first villain that Hal faces as the new leader, and I do like where the story is headed, delving into Hal's maturity problems.
So thanks for watching B3 Comics review of Green Lantern number 21. Before we go, we got a question for you guys.
Do you think Hal should lead the Green Lantern Corps? If not him, then who?
Leave your answer below in the comments, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thanks!